Hello again, everybody. Welcome in to the Mission Debrief. I'm Jeff Mays here with Call Team 6, Special Ops for car dealers, virtual BDC solution for dealerships all across the country for sales and for service. And this is the Mission Debrief, where we talk about a lot of things that are going on in the automobile world and automobile dealership world and all of the circumstances and challenges that come along with it, bring you a lot of good, actionable takeaway content. And this is episode 10, right? What would that be, Ryan? Episode 10?
Juliet.
We looked at Juliet. That's right. I forgot. Yeah. We like to use the military phonetic alphabet here for those of you, if you're wondering what are they talking about.
Copy that.
Right? Affirm. And so we've been talking a lot, about what's going on for 26 and, what dealers can expect is coming around the corner and what we're doing to help them navigate through all of that and win their markets. And so we welcome in, if you're a dealership operator, a general manager, general sales manager, BDC manager, or in the fixed ops area, you definitely want to tune in to the content here because we talk a lot about things that you can deploy and implement on your own out there to help you succeed and get better results and better KPIs out there with all of the things, we know that you have coming at you on a regular basis. So I'm Jeff Mays, one of the partners in the company, and along with me here at the beautiful Meisner Park Studios in Boca Raton, Florida. Once again, coming all the way down from New Jersey is our CEO, Ken Kingstad. Ken, thanks for coming down again, man.
I love it, and I'm really happy to get out of New Jersey and come on down to Florida.
Imagine that, yeah, in the middle of January. I can't imagine why.
I think I got a little sunburn, in the convertible on the
way
over.
Here? Not so much here, not so much here, right in here?
Right in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. No, and it's exciting. I'm really excited about today's episode as well. Just a lot of good content, stuff that you can take back immediately and apply to your dealership and get results, measurable results. I think it's the key.
Absolutely. And making his way down once again from Charlotte, North Carolina, is our COO and daily operations manager, all-around BDC guru, 20-year career in the business, and from all points of view with regard to customer connections, Mr. Ryan Mays. Ryan, thanks for joining us again down here in sunny South Florida.
You didn't have to pull my arm too hard to get down here. Let me tell you, Meisner Park is beautiful. It's great to be here. It's good to see our podcast buddies again from Podcast Junkies.
Yeah, let's say hey to those guys.
Yeah.
We got
I love it.
we got producer Ben Castro here once again. Ben,
What's
how
up,
you doing,
you guys?
buddy?
What's up? I got a new helper over here.
Who we got?
We got Eric. He's been doing a phenomenal job, but he's been Podcast Junkies. We're expanding, man. We're growing. We're getting busy, but we need more. But you guys met Daniel. Daniel's still around. He's just not here today, but now we got Eric, so he's been joining.
I love it.
So yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Eric, you want to say something?
Engineer Eric, welcome, buddy.
Hey guys, I'm Eric.
Perfect. That's it.
All right.
That's it. I love it.
That's it.
All right, well,
what you
that's
want
today's
out of an
program.
That's what you want out of an engineer.
That's what you want. all business. He stands on business. That's it.
That's right.
All right. And also, you might have seen in that shot, we are blessed and honored to have with us again, coming all the way from
Valdosta, Georgia is the biggest city near me.
right, exactly. But you're such a worldly traveler. I didn't know where you actually, slipped in this visit from. Yeah, that's exactly right. What I call the OG DCG, the digital car guy, joining us in studio today. And that is none other than, you know him, you love him, you want to hear more from him. And that is Thomas Iseretano joining us today. Great. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Being here, Thomas.
40-year veteran of the automobile business, a sought-after consultant and digital marketing expert for sure. And, I'm sure that we'll be talking a lot about your wheelhouse right now in today's episode, right?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Quick shout out to our sponsors out there for today's program. Our sponsor today is Podcast Junkies, for the very best in podcast production and promotion. and studios, and then also social media management. These are folks you want to know for sure, and that's the team at Podcast Junkies getting a lot of national attention and really growing their customer base with quality production services. And then also. Our today's sponsor is one of our partners, Digital to Dealer Direct, nationwide digital marketing firm. And Ken and our dealerships use with much success Digital to Dealer.
Yep.
Right, based out of New Jersey, your home state.
You bet.
But with dealership clients all over the country, digitaltodealer.com is how you can reach them, or give us a call or email us at info@callteam6.com so you can learn more about what they do. So, and a quick shout out to Jay, our music producer back up in North Carolina. Appreciate everything you do for us up there and all the social media clips that you produce for the company, doing a fantastic job there. So we really appreciate that. So look, with a lot to talk about today as we talk about 26, what's going to be in store for dealers? What are we experiencing? What do we think? What are we experiencing as dealers? How is Call Team 6 having an impact in a positive fashion in that regard? But first up, what we want to touch on before we get into the mission launch and field report, since Thomas is here to chime in on this, is some very exciting news. If you tuned into the last episode, you know that our 18-month-long partnership in development of the very best agentic AI solution for dealerships, the central brain for your dealership, is now available and out there and is getting a lot of attention in our partnership with Amazon AWS and Compass Solutions. We just received the Trailblazer Agentic AI Award presented at the Digital Dealer Conference. Actually, it wasn't there. It was their own separate AI conference,
reInvent
right?
2025.
reInvent 2025 conference out in Vegas. And out of 60-some entrants out there, our affiliation with Amazon and AWS actually won the award, the Trailblazer Award. That's really big news. And so, that's starting to garner a lot of attention, for dealerships, for us from dealerships out there. And so it's really causing a lot of stir with the upcoming NADA convention that's going to be at the beginning of next month. And I know that you guys have put together, you're going to be there,
Yep.
right? And you've put together a special deal and program to get dealerships introduced to us and the new technology that we're bringing. Thomas, I think you touched on that, right? You got the deets on all that?
Yeah. Matter of fact, yesterday our good friend Jim Schrill shared some of that with me.
Oh, great.
And I'll be honest, I first told him, man, that's too cheap. $199 a month. $199 setup fee, I believe is what he said. And you get to experience the agentic AI for your service department. Taking calls, receiving calls,
Wow.
scheduling appointments. I mean, it blew me away completely. And I said, are you sure that just sounds way too cheap? Mm-hmm. He's like, well, we want them to come into the fold of the three companies, and get to experience at least one piece of the puzzle, and then talk to them, about Call Team 6, Digital to Dealer, what those other two companies do, and then also expand on the AI in the sales department as well.
Ryan, you've got what can you share about that with that special? That sounds like really, really awesome.
I mean, think about it. 100% of your calls being answered for $199. I mean, I don't know. Do I need to add anything else onto that?
No.
Yeah, and not only that, but that's for sales too. That's both departments. That's fixed and variable. That's correct. Not only that, but you come out and see us. What's the booth number again, Ken?
Yeah, it's not a booth number actually. We have a suite.
Or suite number.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're confused. We actually
saying-
we had much better success when we had our own private suite. So we're at the Encore, going to be there at suite number 61. What is it?
6105,
No, I'm sorry.
04,
I thought it was 04.
61.
6'7"?
220, 221.
61401. It's 61401.
6141.
Yeah, we got our own
Yeah.
suite there, and it's going to be, more. Again, it's more personal. It's not the crowds, but I think if you're looking for this AI, and Ryan, talk about this is not a bot.
No, I'll talk. Yeah. I'll hit him over the. Yeah.
I'll hit him over the head. Yeah, no, but I want to say this about it as well. I mean, I would say that we've trained it as well. I've taken 30 years of my training too. We've uploaded it. This AI It knows how to build rapport. It knows how to build relationships. It's not a bot. It's fully agentic. And I when I work with it and when I actually role play with it, it blows me away. I have a hard time believing it's not even a real assassin who's been trained for years on the phone with the skill of rapport development and closing appointments.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And so again, sales service, you can experience it and try it for as low as $199 a month. You come out to the suite. Ken just read you the number. And you're entered also, if you take a demo with us, you're entered into a chance to win 1 year, 1 year of free service with our fully agentic AI voice and text software. Okay. And not only that, come by, and we'll also give you a $100 poker chip just for coming by.
Can I have one of those?
So, $100
We'll never
poker
see
chip
you.
for coming by and entered into a chance to win, a free year.
Right.
Worth the service. But the difference with this, you're thinking, there's no way they could do it that cheap, that low cost. And if it is, it can't be worth anything. Well, let me tell you just a couple of things about it real quick, and then we'll move into the nuts and bolts. This is a built in partnership with Amazon. So what does that mean? You're getting the latest and greatest with all the AI developments. When Amazon rolls out something new, guess what you as the dealer get? The brand new stuff. The brand new voice, brand new agentic features, all from the best of the best. And Amazon's not going anywhere. The second part is we built this ourselves with our own engineers, right? In partnership with Compass. And so what does that mean for you guys? Well, that means we don't owe anybody anything. That's how we can do it at the price that we're doing it. We don't owe another software team. We don't owe another company. We're not renting it. We're not polishing it up and repurposing it. Okay, this was built here over the last 18 months with our own staff. So we can charge whatever we want. There's no middleman. We just want you to try it. We want you to be a part of the excitement. We want you to be able to have the benefit that our current pilot dealers are having right now. So we're going to be rolling this out at NADA. You're going to be able to test it. Thomas, I know that you're in the mix with us over there. Well, you're already sharing it. You're already experiencing it.
Yes.
And you can kind of give us a little bit of feedback about what kind of your stores are saying. But that's how we're able to do this.
What I really love about it, it's not just gives you an answer. It also gives you the segue into the next segment of, okay, well, we always tell our people, move the deal forward. Well, that's what this AI is doing. It's moving the deal forward, whether it's in sales or service. It's going to the next step and asking the customer the right questions to move on. It's not just, hey, what's my trade worth? You know, it's not just, did you want to come in the morning or the afternoon? You know, there's always that, and like Ken said earlier, you know, if we were to train the perfect person and just have them regurgitate it back to us consistently, without error, without hesitation, that's what this thing does. It's conversational.
Yeah.
That's what agentic means. It's conversational. It's not a, when you ask this, say that. No, it can read between the lines. It looks in the gray, and it gives you not only the answer, but like I said, moves you to the next step.
Yeah. And one of the things we built into it that was important, we got some dealer feedback about it, and I'll drop it, I'll let it go. Just 18 months of this is all coming out right here.
Yeah,
that's why
right.
you're getting it. But
We hadn't noticed.
is
Cathartic.
We've built it to remember the last 100 conversations it's had. Because we have our own CRM that the AI is embedded in, it can remember the last conversation up to 100 conversations ago. So it knows, especially how profound that is in service.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to know the whole every conversation for dating back 100 conversations ago.
Unbelievable.
How about for sales? How many chat features or AIs do you have in your CRM or this or that where the guy puts in duplicate leads and then the conversation starts all over and it's like they don't even know who it is? This stops with ours. It will remember where it left off with that person again. So it's super exciting. And, again, come check it out for yourself. Don't believe me. I'm the hype man. I know. I get it. I was just the guy behind there. But come out, experience it. What's the booth again, Ken?
Oh, boy. You get,
I saw him over there drifting.
Gotcha.
I know. You got
It's in his
61401.
At the Encore.
401 at the Encore.
That's right.
Which is right across from the NAD.
You can walk there.
Yeah,
Right
you can
there.
walk. It's easy. Yeah.
Or shoot us an email. What's that email again?
Well, you can use mine, Ryan, at callteam6.com. You got Ken at callteam6.com. You got Intel. That's our general information email is intel at callteam6.com. Just send me an email. Let's talk.
Pretty exciting stuff, man.
It's going to be, and the other stuff I can't even say. If tomorrow was Halloween, I would go as an NDA agreement. That's my Halloween costume. But if you come to us at the booth, we can talk to you about some of the other stuff we have coming out with digital retailing, with telematics, and some other things. It's pretty exciting.
Can't wait. I'm sure everybody else viewing out there will get a lot out of that.
Yeah.
100%. So with that, we move into the mission launch and field report section of this episode, and it has to do with we talked about the last time about how this year it's the year of getting back to basics, and we kind of focused a little more on the content surrounding the sales challenges that everybody is experiencing out there, because that is the primary content that we provide information on here in this subject matter. And that is new customer acquisition, defection prevention, and missed opportunity re-engagement. Those are the three big challenges that where dealers live, and where that we supply them with a lot of support and a lot of backup to help them perform and win their markets in dealerships all across the country, with our proprietary software, and then all U.S.-based agents. Being Call Team 6, a special ops for car dealers, virtual BDC solution, and been around now for what, close to 5 years.
Yeah.
With dealership base, growing dealers from down here in South Florida all the way up to Northern California and Oregon, and every state in between now. And people really appreciate the fact that we bring the technology, which allows dealerships to operate very efficiently and allows us to operate efficiently. That's why we're such a much better value than just outside agents. But then also we've got the technology, but then also we've got with all the U.S.-based agents, and everybody's got previous automobile dealership BDC experience. Our staff all across the country, they all work remotely in areas where that dealership client resides. So that way we're very closely attached to what the operations are, the dealership, and the way that their processes are followed. In fact, I don't think you'll find it's the closest thing that you would find to having your own BDC. That's the extension that we have. But talking about going back to the basics with the subject matter for the mission launch and field report is that 2026 is going to be the year of fixed ops. And why is that? Because used car acquisition is getting more difficult. It's getting much more difficult to run a profitable used car operation. New cars is expected to be rather flat in terms of overall volume throughout this coming year. Not a lot of opportunity there. Dealers are suffering from margin compression at the same time on new cars. So where does that leave the real headroom at? It leaves it in parts and service, mainly because the average age of owners' vehicles out there are at the highest that it's ever been, roughly 12 years in service now. And so there are a lot of opportunities that dealers who are succeeding are taking advantage of this, and this is how that we're helping them as well with a lot of the proprietary functionalities and advancements that we've developed ourselves out there. And I want to go to Ryan on this first, because you spend more time with the service team on there for dealers. In the service department area, and then we'll go to Ken on how that our agents are trained with his special approach as well. And what you're dealing a lot, right? You have a lot of dealerships reaching out to you saying, okay, what can you provide us in terms of analysis for our inbound calls, we start there typically is what you usually start off with, and then we analyze that, what's going on with the sentiment, what calls are being missed, how can we help with inbound overflow, and then also how can we help with help with outbound campaigns, all very succinctly wrapped up into one solution for them where they can go on about their business and you guys take care of everything else. What are people telling you out there in the dealership space, general managers, service directors, what they're seeing out there, what they're really focusing on?
Yeah, so the first thing that they're really focusing on that we see is what's going on with the phones. That's the big thing. We were just looking at a dealership the other day, 1,500 phone calls to the service drive, 532 were missed. That's, to me, 35%, 34% is an astronomical number. So we know that, the blocking and tackling, the basics. Okay, first, let's see what's happening with the phones. Okay, you're missing 30, 40% of your calls. We can solve that. Okay, what does your outbound structure look like? What are you doing as far as in-house outbound, right? Because anytime anybody signs up with us to answer the phones aren't ringing, we're doing outbound. That's all part of the mix. That should be a natural element to any BDC anyway. So we look at that. And the third thing we look at is retention. Like, what are we doing retention-wise, right? Some dealerships have really great and some really don't. All depends on what kind of data we're marketing to, what kind of offer, and then what kind of conversion are we getting off of that. So those are the 3 points when we go into to do an analysis that we look at, are the basics. And then some of the text campaign marketing that we do, a lot of the videos that we put in there, recall. We're actually piloting and just launched in 4 different stores our Conquest. This is pure Conquest recalls. We've launched 200 customers at each of the 4 locations. And right now we're getting about a 40% response rate. And out of that response rate, we're setting about half of those customers.
Wow.
Now that's anecdotal. It's small. We're just starting this, but we're getting into the pure Conquest recall game. And right now it's been huge. It's been huge for our dealers. So we're looking to expand that. We know we'll have more on as we go, but this is what it's all about. Taking care of the blocking and tackling, the basics. Got to answer the phone, help the customer. Be polite. Ken's going to get into the training portion of it, but that's the first thing you got to do, because we all know that if you don't answer the phone or they go to voicemail land and they get lost, what was the study that you cited? 9 out of 10 immediately call somewhere else.
Yeah,
immediately call a different store. So
yeah.
You got to do that first.
But that just came out. We already knew that because one of our previous episodes, I touched on that because in other capacities, we're not just in the dealerships. We are customers trying to get our car serviced from time to time, and I know that that's the case. If somebody doesn't pick up, I'm already on to the next one.
Yeah, I mean we got it was funny. I was kind of telling you guys I sent this over on today's Thursday. On Wednesday, yesterday, I received 5 or 6 emails from service directors just on Wednesday saying, "Hey, we're completely booked up all next week. You got to push this out." So we know that the outbound effort that we're doing works, and we know that just simply answering the phone and providing a good service works. And the other thing that we're finding out is again, this is a little unique because we still employ humans, the AI companies that are out there that just do voice. They can't convert everybody. So where do they go? Well, they go to their back end, or they try and get transferred, then they get transferred to a voicemail, whatever it is. And we're now
mailbox is full.
Ken, we've got a dozen demos next week with companies, with dealerships right now who have AI answering services in place.
Right. Yep.
What are they missing? People still want to talk to people, at least a portion of them.
Yep.
And we are a company who still has the AI. We've been talking about it. I know ad nauseum. You're probably tired of hearing me say it. But we also have the people behind it to be able to facilitate and execute an outcome from the customers who want to talk to a person.
Yep.
So we have the ability to do both at economies of scale. It doesn't cost you anymore. That's the beauty of it. And again, all U.S.-based agents. They're going to talk to people who are in your neighborhood, in your region, in your area. And so it makes it kind of a seamless process.
Yeah. And to the training piece of it, too, we spend an enormous amount of time teaching people how to actually listen with intention.
I'm sorry, what?
Listen to intention, Jeff. I love it. Very good, Jeff. Yeah. And I think what happens.
I was absent that day.
I know you. I get it. But I think that's really key. As I was talking to doing some training yesterday with the team, and we listen to our AI actually grades all of our calls, And so every call is being generated. We're actually recording it, and we're grading it on a scale that we put together on a report card. And then we're alerted to those ones that are maybe below than where they should be. And so one of the big things I think is tone of voice. I think, people want to know that their problem is understood, and I think that's not, so we don't just make phone calls, but we want to make a connection and we want to serve that customer well. That's super important. So training, how hard is it to train on service when you're making calls to recalls, or you're making calls to retention customers, or missed appointments, or, all these different other campaigns. So aren't you just calling and, blasé, you're trying to get the appointment? When can we schedule? When can we schedule? No. I think people want to connect, and then through that connection, they'll give you the appointment. So I'm a big fan of that. So I think AI maybe can't do that all the way yet. It's working on it. We're training ours so it can show that empathy, that human empathy. But I think until that's perfected, I think humans do that the very best.
Well, I mean, we were in a meeting 2 days ago. I was telling you guys earlier today with a store who said, I was at Digital Dealer. It was great to see you. We ended up signing up with a different voice AI. I'm not going to say who it is here, a different company. And they said, yeah, we signed up with them beginning of November. And I just had this meeting 2 days ago, and I said, great, how's it going for you? He says, I'll let you know when it launches. I'm like, oh, what? It's still a month and a half later, and it's still not live.
2.5 months.
Well, 2.5, yeah. It's okay, all right, cool. I said, how about you just come on over to ours, take a demo? He said, I'd love to.
Yeah.
So that's something we'll be able to help out with.
So if the name of it wasn't Ewa, it must be.
I'm not saying it.
Oh my gosh.
What was the name of the famous ABBA song?
I don't recall that one, Jeff.
The one they did the Broadway musical on? Was it Mama?
I have no idea.
Something like that.
Well, it's interesting though. We had a service client of ours, manager. He says, he was a new manager in his position, and he says, I don't know what this shop can take, so I'm going to open it up and I want to take it to the point of breaking, and I want to press it. I want to see what our shop can actually do. So a lot of times they'll kind of like handcuff us and say, here, we want you to make this number of appointments per day, and then we'll stop. He's like, fill it up, fill this calendar up. And so we did, but I love his tenaciousness in terms of seeing what the capacity of the store is. We have a capacity, and we have a stated capacity, and we have a real capacity, so a good stretch goal. So those are the kind of things that we can do. And I think with service, you get these lists and you get these recalls, and we have the best intentions of trying to get through those. But as well as I do, back to the service advisors and so forth, they're back in, they're dealing with face-to-face conversations, which they should. They don't really have the time to dig into recalls. And so you end up putting someone on it, whether it be your own in-house person or someone like us, but we get through the calls, and I'm a big fan of video on these as well for service. It's a big piece of it. Texting, videos, as well as follow-up on the phone calls.
Yeah.
That works just like it works on the variable side. That still works. That works really well on the fixed side too.
That's one of the reasons why that we are successful in this area, is because you said you could do an in-house, but just like on the sales side, I mean, really with the scalability of our auto dialing software and all of our technology that complements the capacity of our agents, you can't do it for what we can do it, and they're not going to do it as well anyway. They're not going to execute as well, and you can do it for like a third of the cost. So all I know is that there's no coincidence that our two stores both had record fixed months in January,
right?
The Nissan and then the Ford Chevy CDJR store, and it's the same for a lot of the other dealerships as well in the service department is utilizing us and your agents and your tech, and it's the cost of doing it is like a third of what it would be if they try to do it themselves. And then you got all the data too.
Our cost is pretty simple. It's between $10 to $15 an hour. That's it, and you get it all. I mean, it's crazy how we're able to do it, but we're excited. I mean, you're getting all the coverage you want, all the hours of the day. Your phone's getting answered. Your outbounds are being made for $10 to $15 an hour. I don't know anyone who say no to that. We don't hardly have anyone saying no to that, actually.
Yeah.
Probably the same people who would say no to $199 trial for the NADA special.
And you know, I'll say something taboo here. I'm not sure that we want to work with those ones anyway, but that's what it is. I mean, Thomas, you deal with listen, you deal with that all the time, right? You bring solutions to dealers, you consult them, you talk to them, and you kind of
Some you just got to say, I'm not a fit for you.
that.
And it's that simple. You know, I'm not a universal flavor.
Yeah.
I just had this conversation with a dealer last week. Got a follow-up call with him tomorrow. But what you guys do is very unique. I mean, I've been in the call center business for 20 years now of my 40-year career. And when I was with XYZ Company, we had the largest automotive call center in the United States, hands down. 800 to 1,200 agents, depending upon when and where. And I could always walk back there and adjust something. And what has always impressed me with you, and I'm not saying that because we're on a podcast or we're here, but I never hear, hey, can we try X? You have never told me no, ever. It's always, let's figure it out together.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always took away from our conversations. How do we get better? How do we do it maybe a little different? Maybe we put a tweak in it. And that's why I tell dealers all the time, your salespeople aren't going to follow up. At least you've already spent the money for advertising. This is your safety net.
That's right.
Give me the last 60, 90 days of people who you say haven't bought and not going to buy.
Well, that's one of the things that brought our company here into existence was the fact that we're not a technology company. We're not like, you know, we weren't built by software developers, right? And I say that as a dealer, again, 35 years in the business running stores, and all too often you're talking to those people and you say, here's what our situation is, here's our challenge, you know, can we fix it this way? And they say, what? You know, we don't know. I'm sorry, we don't do that. Here's what we do. We think we do it really well, but we can't help you with that. But coming consistently, Brian's been in the dealership for decades. Ken's been in the dealership for decades. So, you know, yourself. And so that type of experience, that business experience is what generates an answer like that. That, you know, that says,
100%.
we understand where you're coming from because you know what, I've gone through the same thing. Let me help you try to figure it out. You know, so that's important. I mean,
I'm not a software guy in the car business. I'm a car guy in the software business.
you know,
There you go.
Yeah. Well said. I like that.
right.
Yeah, and we know that the retention on the sales side is declining, or their loyalty on the sales side is so you got to be on top of your game and fixed. I mean, that's where you have to be. Not that you can afford to lose ground anywhere, but we were talking about that just earlier today. Or yesterday, I think you shared it, you know, with loyalty on the sales side declining year over year over year, you got to be on top of your game and fixed. That's how you keep those customers to be able to flip them on the sales side.
But the brand loyalty on new cars is what is declining.
Brand loyalty,
yeah,
there you go.
Because they're not doing a good job of keeping, you know, customers in their cars.
I mean, how many times have you heard sales sells the first car, service sells the next two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but if you're not helping them on the service side by answering their calls, taking their calls, returning their calls, I mean, they only cared about me when I bought the car.
Yep.
Well, I think that there's value to the relationship outside of just reminding them too. I think those, like, you know, this is throwing you back, but, you know, the birthday message, you know, the anniversary message, just think, you know, here's a special for you message when you're ready. I think it's those touches that you're touching the customer, you know, throughout the year for their benefit.
Which is exactly what the AI is addressing, is going to solve that, the entire customer management cycle. And then not only that, but I wanted to touch on this, Ryan, since we're talking about service real quick, is the fact that this becoming the brain of your dealership, that includes, since we're talking about fixed ops, that also includes managing the shop capacity and shop flow as well, being able to have that handled by a superior brain.
Yeah. Well, and it's a brain
And
that
intelligence.
analyzes everything, looks at everything, and knows when to assign it right away. So because the agentic AI is built into the CRM, we can give each of your techs a profile inside of that CRM and assign what skills that they have, ABCT, master techs, diesel, et cetera, whatever. We can assign that, and the AI can read that assignment, what skill is assigned, and be able to know from the server, from the conversation, from the text, voice, whatever, who that should be assigned to.
Wait a minute. Say that again. So dispatching, dispatching.
An AI, agentic AI dispatcher for your service department. Yeah, it's coming. At NADA, and I'm not going to quiz Ken again on the booth number.
Yeah, right. Don't do
I'm going to
that.
do it again.
Wait. He's got to pull it up first.
Or
Yeah,
the
please.
suite number. I keep calling it
Sweet.
the suite number.
61401. 61401.
That's right. You can come check it out.
61401.
Come check it out. I mean, think about it, right?
Yeah.
An agentic AI shop loader. That's
Yeah.
it. It's coming.
Again, and it's what's really cool, and this is kind of, I hate to go on these rabbit holes, but imagine if you had a concierge. Every time you sold a vehicle, it had your own
I
concierge.
think this is Thomas's favorite part too. Keep explaining it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a concierge. So imagine, because the agentic AI has everything, it knows everything about your car, the maintenance and everything about your car. It's fully knows the manual. It knows everything about it. It can, and remember, Ryan talked about it remembers all conversations going back to 100. So now you can call it whenever you want, a number, and you can ask your AI anything about your car, and it will tell you everything about it based on your service, based on your question, based on what the manufacturer says, based on everything. So it's like,
So if I need to know how to hook up my phone to Bluetooth in my car,
yes.
Yeah.
I just ask it.
Yep.
It'll tell you.
It'll tell you. Imagine that. So
You need to know what kind of oil to put in it. You know when you need to get it serviced. When's my next service appointment?
yeah.
If you have a question about any of the tech,
It
any of the-
remembers all the conversations too. Welcome back, Ryan.
Well, think about it though. The turnover rate with the sales team, and unfortunately, that's
Or
happened.
service managers.
or service
Advisors, I'm sorry.
advisors. That you have the turnover, but you know what never turns over? Your concierge, your AI buddy. You're always going to be able to text or call because it's voice and text, and ask a question about your car.
Yep.
So every customer buys a car gets one assigned to them.
That's right.
That's it.
You just save it in your phone. Our AI is named Aria. That's our AI, so you just save it under Aria, and you can call, text it, schedule service, ask about deals, ask about inventory. It's going to be able to tell you anything you need about your dealership at that place, your service appointment, everything.
Yeah.
And our gift to you during the NADA special, as Thomas mentioned earlier, you get to try all this out for how much, Thomas?
$199, $199.
That's crazy.
Not $19.95. $199.
From our car guys to your car guys, the viewers out there, and managers all across the country right now.
And don't forget, one lucky person who signs up or dealership signs up and comes for a demo,
Yeah.
one lucky one's going to get a year free.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It wasn't my decision.
And a poker chip.
And a poker,
And a poker chip.
for $100.
Yeah.
I put in $1, I got a car.
That's right.
I put in $1, I got a car.
Mr. Papa Giorgio.
Me. So that is, it's phenomenal stuff. I hope that the other our dealership viewers out there, dealership personnel viewers out there are able to take away some really great things from all that content regarding how you can help win in fixed ops this year when everything else is catching a bunch of headwinds right now as we kick off the year. So moving on from the mission launch and field report to the mission wrap segment, I think we've got a viewer question that we might have. I think, is that right? You might have that up there, Eric. I think, right? It's from one of the subscribers. For any one of us here, we'd love to hear it.
Got it here. This question is from a subscriber, Jennifer, who asks, Thomas, where are the clients finding the best results in sales recruiting?
That's right in your wheelhouse.
Great question. So I would say about 8 months ago, I was asked to do some recruiting for a dealership. And like I said earlier, I'm a car guy in the software business. So I looked for something that would actually analyze the customer and does this person fit the job? It's not a personality profile. It goes deeper than that. And I hired this company. But it doesn't stop there. So now I've found this person. They fit the job. The next thing I do is I contact them. I treat it like an internet lead at a dealership. I call, text until they respond, and I set a time where I set up a virtual meeting for a couple of reasons. One, I want to know if they can handle the technology. Secondly, I want to see how they carry themselves, and do they have the energy, and are they a happy person? Because we need happy people in our dealerships. And if they meet all that criteria, the next thing I do is I set up a physical dealership meeting with managers at the store. And I can say that just in the last 60 days, I've hired 5 salespeople, 4 have stuck. And actually one of them was the dealership's number 1 salesperson.
Wow.
2 months.
And now that we're out of COVID, we talked about this. Now that we're out of COVID and earnings are are back to normal and margins are getting more challenging, matching the right person with that right position now and caring enough about their success to put the proper resources into their training and development is, I would say you probably would agree, and everybody here would agree, that it's more important now than ever, more impactful than ever, right?
Oh, 100%. And it just doesn't stop at the hiring portion. The next step is weekly coaching calls I have with them. And well, let me back up. Once they're hired, their onboarding is key. Do I have all my passwords? Do I have everything I need to do the job, the job, and the position? Then the next thing is those coaching calls. And I'm not going to say it was all me, because there's other managers that were involved and at the dealership that also help and pitch in. But the coaching aspect is key, and coaching those sales managers as to what to do. And it's like we talked about earlier: check in, check up, and check out.
Checkouts, yep.
Yeah.
During the day.
Yep.
100%. All right, thank you. How can people get in touch with you, Thomas, for more of your consultation services and information?
Just Google Digital Car Guy. I'm easy to find. I'm everywhere.
All right. Thanks again, man, for coming down and being with us here in person in the studio this time. It's been a lot of fun. Appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
thank
pleasure.
you, Thomas.
Yeah.
100%.
And that's it for the Mission Wrap segment of today's episode. Thanks, everybody out there, for tuning in. Thanks again to Engineer Eric and also producer Ben here at Podcast Junkies Studios in Meisner Park, Boca Raton, Florida. And thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Right? We know that we're getting a lot of increase in viewership and our base is growing and getting a lot of good use out of all the content. So we appreciate everybody for tuning in out there. Thanks again to our sponsors, this time Digital to Dealer Direct and Podcast Junkies. Shout out to music producer Jay back up in North Carolina. Ken, any words on the way out here as we wrap things up? Wishing everybody a successful January.
Absolutely. It's the little things we talked about before. Just come down to the basics. Plan your day, work your plan, process before people. Let's start with that, and I think everything else kind of falls into place.
Great advice. Ryan?
Coming from a BDC guy in the topics today, just come into your dealership. Just come in one day, maybe 15 minutes early, dial all your numbers, and see what happens. See who picks up in service, see who doesn't, see where the call goes.
Yeah.
I bet half of you are going to be surprised on what you see. Just pull up the website, pull up some other numbers, dial away, and just see what happens.
We've learned that the hard way. You assume nothing whenever it comes to the infrastructure like that. You're going to find out a lot of stuff.
Takes 2 minutes to save thousands.
Yeah. Good stuff, Ryan.
All right, and where can people find us for these episodes and all the previous episodes?
So you got YouTube. Our full episodes are there. You got Spotify. We post segments and clips all the time on all of our socials: LinkedIn, Facebook, X,
YouTube.
YouTube. Yep, you can see them all there.
Great, thank you, and thanks for coming down again and joining us in the studio. We hope you enjoyed the program, everybody, and you tune in to all the previous episodes and the ones that we got coming up in the future. Wishing you a successful kickoff to 2026. We're here for you if you need us, and that brings an end to the Mission Debrief, this episode from Call Team 6, Special Ops for Car Dealers. We hope to see you again real soon.